Superintendent, read the record again.
Whereas the Ridgefield Park Board of Education Board has a responsibility and obligation to ensure the Ridgefield Park School District is properly maintained and well run. And whereas the board further has fiduciary duties to make decisions that ensure the educational welfare and the individual needs of all students in the district are being properly met. And whereas the board no longer has confidence in the superintendent, Dr. Angela Bender's ability to carry out her job responsibilities and effectively in the district. Whereas the board believes that the board to fulfill the fiduciary duties, responsibilities, and obligations, new leadership is necessary for the district. And whereas the board has the authority to relieve the superintendent, Dr. Bender, of her duties by suspension. Now therefore it be resolved that Superintendent Dr. Angela Bender is hereby suspended with pay pending further action by the Board of Education. Be it further resolved that the Superintendent Dr. Angela Bender is hereby relieved of her duties as Superintendent of Schools effective immediately. Be it further resolved that the Board hereby provides notice to Superintendent Dr. Angela Bender that it will not be renewing her contract at the end of the current term.
Motion?
Second.
What is the motion?
Mr. Theimann and Mr. Martinez.
And a second. Any comments, questions regarding resolution A that was just read into the record?
I'm going to make a comment.
Sure.
First, I want to thank everyone for coming out today. I want to thank the students especially for getting up and making us stand. I also, I'm here tonight on the night of my son's 8th grade graduation, on my husband's birthday, because I think this is important, and I think this was a big mistake, and I think we're making a terrible mistake tonight, and I just want to let everyone know.
Any further? Not surprisingly, I have a comment as well.
I have a comment.
I also skipped out on my son's graduation festivities the other week. I just got a picture of him a little while ago. I'm going to ask respectfully that I have be interrupted and put the timer away because I'm an elected official here and I have a couple of
No one's timing you, Dr. Martinez.
Excellent. As I said before, I'm not on Team Bender. In fact, she wasn't my first pick for superintendent. I thought she was too entrenched in the town, and my vision at that point was that we needed somebody from outside. She has far exceeded my expectations. She has responded to the board, in my opinion, everything that's been asked of her that she could do, she has done. Now, I want to say a couple of things, though. First of all, there's been a lot of progress in this district. Even the staff, who was skeptical about her, has bought in. They pulled me over on the sidelines of the games. They hit me up on Facebook. They talk to me on the side when nobody's looking. As soon as there's a little clearing and I'm on the sidelines, they come over to me and they go, hey, listen, you guys are doing a good job, things are moving in the right direction. That's the truth. The board, which is saying that we don't have confidence in her, has voted probably 99% of the time with every single agenda item that she's put forward. Every single agenda item that she's put forward for the past 2 years, this board has unanimously voted for. I don't think we voted her down once. So she has also put people in power that have worked out very, very well. In fact, I'm really impressed with the quality of people she's hired. And one of the marks of a good leader, in my opinion, is people who pick, and no offense, Dr. Bender, people who pick people who are smarter than they are. And I really believe that Dr. Bender has certain gifts, but the people that she's hiring, she's not afraid of people being powerful, she's not afraid of people being smart, and I respect that. I'm also privy to the alleged personnel issues that have been spoken about, and so I've heard them all, and I can't speak to them. Carrie, don't worry, I'm not going to get us in trouble. But I don't think they reached the level for this type of action by the board. The cost of this is going to be a lot. There's no any way you slice it. We're either going to pay somebody to stay home, which is going to cost us a pretty penny, or we're going to get mired in a bunch of litigation. And as I said before, we haven't been in the paper in a long time. If you look up the RP Board of Education, you don't find us in the paper for a couple of years now. We're going to be in the paper because of this. We're going to be on New Jersey school boards. We're going to be all over. That's our property value. You know, there's a couple of Facebook pages where people talk about, I'm moving into town, do you think I should do it? And one of the things that's going to scare them off is the condition of our schools and the fear that it's going to give them. Our teachers, which are feeling hopeful, our administrators, which are feeling very hopeful, they all have to be home shaking on their boots. I'm looking at the list of people here. All of our administration is watching. They have to be shaking in their boots at what comes next. Now, in my opinion, this issue is really about creating a vacancy. I sat on a very extended superintendent search that lasted about 10 months. And excellent candidate after excellent candidate was sabotaged, in my opinion. And it was about creating a vacancy. So what I'll say is, regardless of what happens tonight, I hope that you guys stay tuned at what happens next, because that's what's really important. Dr. Ben's going to be okay. Okay, so the last thing that I'd like to ask, and before we take this vote, is that on 5/24/17, Mr. Theimann invoked the doctrine of necessity on the superintendent selection. He felt at that time that he was conflicted and did not vote on that matter. On 10/29/19, when we brought in Dr. Bender, Mr. Theimann also felt that he was conflicted and abstained from that vote on that appointment because he was conflicted. And so I'd like to ask Mr. Theimann if he is now going to go against his last two abstentions on this matter, and whether he's going to vote on the superintendent matter. He doesn't have to answer me, he's going to vote in a couple of minutes. Well, on 5/24, you felt you were conflicted. Let me finish. You can respond after I'm done. You can respond.
Where does it say that?
Let
On
him
5/24,
finish.
here you go. Pass that down. On 5/24/17, Mr. Theimann invoked the doctrine of necessity because he felt he was conflicted. On 10/2/2019, Mr. Theimann also abstained on voting on Dr. Bender's appointment because he was conflicted. If you're not conflicted anymore, you should probably tell us. The last thing I'd like to say is, I'm really thrilled that the public is coming out like this. Again, I want to call you guys out because I sat on the sidelines for a long, long time, and it took me a long time to get involved. You should not sit on the sidelines. We pay a ton of taxes in this town. A ton of taxes in this town. And the 10 people here are the ones that spend it. And in my opinion, we're sending back money early to the state. I think that's foolish. We are now about to open up a can of worms, either litigation or paying one of our highest paid staff members to stay home. I don't see how that's prudent. I'd also like to call out the state monitor, not personally, but the system behind him, because he's been attacked several times as wanting to stay here longer.
That's correct.
And right now, he's watching us go off a cliff. Right? Go off a cliff, not just in terms of the way we're viewed in the public, but we're going off a cliff financially, in my opinion, and it is too, because I've seen these protests. And I'd like to make sure that we're getting our money's worth with the money we're spending on our state monitor as well. So I want to gently, I know that there's a system behind you, it's not personal. That's all I have to say today.
Yeah! More!
Just say something?
Yes.
I do really respect everybody that's down here, I respect your opinions, but I just want to make clear that, understand that we have a state monitor overlooking us, we have an attorney overlooking us.
President Gibbons, I'm not sure who's speaking right now, but the people who are online are not able to hear this board member.
Mr. Roselli.
Speak closely into your
I
mic.
can't even tell who it is who's speaking. I'm
Can you
sorry.
hear me now? Now? Anything? Oh, there you go.
That's better.
Okay.
Okay, so understand that we do have a state monitor, just like I heard so many of you say that you loved and he was great, and I trust him 100% that he will make the right decisions. We have a lawyer that has been overlooking us, and I know a lot of you know me. I have been for the kids my whole life. But I will tell you one thing, that if I am so for this something that is not out there, and I pray one day I can be transparent. That much I do. And any one of you want to come and talk to me, please do, because it was a little threatening the way you guys made it sound, that you're going to be looking after us and looking for us. So please, After this meeting, I'll be right outside. You can come talk to me. But I have always, always been for the kids. And believe me, this is a hard decision, but this is something that I will not let slide. And hopefully, one day you'll understand why. I appreciate everybody's time. It is a village. I love this town. I've been here my whole life. I know a lot of you. And I thank you for voting for me. And you don't want to vote for me next time, that's great. We won't. Hey, that's fine.
Bye.
But believe me, when the truth comes out, okay?
Tell us now. Don't be afraid.
That's fine.
Thank you. We moved resolution A, Mr. Theimann.
Any further comments, questions regarding Resolution A? From the board? Seeing none. Mr. Theimann?
Mr. Gold, I'm sorry.
You have to talk in the mic. Can you guys hear me at home?
I just want to echo what was just said. I usually don't do social media, so I'm a little bit in the dark with some of the different rumors and stuff going around. I got on the board to serve our district. I'm